chatting, doing some stuff.
You might want to note that it's volume 2, CJ.
Yeah, volume 2. We did.
It's not
I
volume
think
1.
we did the original one.
If you didn't see the original one, you get
No,
off your ass.
I think we are and are the
Please,
original
please
one.
tell me there's a whole Tumblr of this, Josh.
I just found that one at random. I mean, I don't know if they've gotten that far yet. It's definitely not Sassy Anime Wendy, but it's damn nice.
God.
Wendy-chan is still the best thing. Like,
Wendy-chan is great, but I don't think Arizona-chan would stab you in the back. She's always there for you, and she's only 99 cents.
hold on, I gotta check this out.
Sometimes she's 2 for 1.
Right?
Exactly. If she's got a hot twin sister, hell yes.
Yeah, I tried one of those Arizona teas the other day, and it's not half bad. Hashtag not sponsored. Hashtag could be.
Yeah, right.
Hashtag should be.
Actually, yeah, they're pretty decent.
Are we going to start a thing with Arizona like Aaron Hansen has with Wendy's?
Just talk about how great they are every time.
Yeah, let's do
eventually
it.
give us a sponsorship.
If anyone wants to give
Or at
us
least a free
sponsorship,
case. That's
you
enough
can
for that.
contact us at CJ.
For any sponsorship opportunity, contact me directly, CJ at geek-io.net.
Or if you don't feel like dealing with that jerk, you can do Rachel at geek-io.net.
Yeah, because I now have 2 people officially employed by us.
Oh well, I'll talk to you.
You can start giving out work visas.
Yeah.
We discussed nothing of the sort. So I do want to apologize to everybody ahead of time. I am under the weather. So yeah. Any weird alcoholic sounding things is just because I am on cold medication and trying to stay awake. So, you know.
Yeah. Grandfather's cold syrup.
I wish. No, I'm just drinking coffee out of it. It's just coffee with creamer. Nothing, not even Irish cream.
Hey, CJ, I am requesting to do that first well-known quote.
Sure. Also, there's a little inside joke in the amount of times that's in there.
Oh, I believe it.
So when that first well-known quote comes around, we will I'll get into the joke inside of it, because I actually did that on purpose. That is not just me copying and pasting a bunch of things in there.
Wow.
Yeah, it is.
Oxy-free is free for Amazon for Twitch Prime.
Oxy-free, like the cleaning stuff?
No, Oxy-free. It's a point-and-click adventure. Well, not point-and-click, but yeah. I guess you would call it point-and-click adventure game.
Oh.
But from what I've seen of it, it's pretty good. I've played about a couple hours of it.
So Raul and Carrie / Josh, again, sorry. When Splatoon 2 comes out next month, Geek.io team competitive-ishness?
How about just playing
Sounds fun.
a couple of times a week?
I'm sure it'll go swimmingly.
Yeah, but
We'll make a splash.
I'm actually kind of serious about that. Like, I kind of want to do I want to do a team and get it into like a competitive-ish nature kind of thing.
Just as long as we can use the proper blue squids.
And stream it. Yeah, we wouldn't want to use the other squids. Although I do kind of want to use, I kind of want to be the Futaba squid, like the pink-haired one. So there's that.
Doesn't it assign you colors? Like you don't actually get to pick your own?
I think it does. And I don't know if it'll allow for 2 people on the couch to go. I hope so, because then that'd be cool. Me and Rachel could be on one console, and I don't know.
I think it might be 1-to-1, but yeah, it might be split screen.
I mean, the first one was you could do couch on the Wii U one. Oh yeah, I wanted to look up music.
With the social aspect of the Switch in general, they would be stupid to not do couch on Splatoon.
Yeah, I mean, it might not allow for online with couch, or kind of like where it does with Mario Kart, where only 2 people can get online. I hope so.
Wait, with Mario Kart, can you switch the view to horizontal instead of vertical?
I don't know. Is 2-player, because I've not paid attention when my kids are playing it. 2-player is 2-player vertical split.
Yes.
That's a little weird.
I was playing with a friend of mine earlier. So yeah, I don't know if this is a mistake, but I'm hyped up on sugar right now. So,
Whee!
and it's been a hell of a week too, because my phone broke on Tuesday, so I didn't get it fixed till yesterday. So I had almost 2 full days of no phone, and I was going crazy a little bit. Feels weird not having your phone on you. Or not working.
Yeah, you get so accustomed to having them, it's just like I'm missing part of myself.
Yeah.
And I hate it that I'm so connected to it. I realize it.
Whose house is collapsing?
I think
Not
that's
mine.
your house.
Why is my house collapsing? Rachel, quit collapsing my house.
I'm not collapsing anything.
And are you flipping the tin foil around?
Rachel's putting on her hat.
I thought you were just doing some Foley work, that's all.
People's cameras are black out, except for Rachel and me.
Yours is black on my screen,
Yeah,
Harry.
yours is black for mine.
How about now?
Nope.
Now you're just an avatar.
Is that you in a Scott Pilgrim?
Avatar Maker, yeah.
Yeah.
She likes that one a lot.
I still want them to port Scott Pilgrim versus the World, the game, to something modern.
I'm surprised they haven't, honestly. I'm surprised that it hasn't been put
It's
on
Ubisoft.
Yeah, Ubisoft does have some problem with porting things.
Ubisoft
yeah.
has problems with a lot of things.
Yeah, this is true.
I'm actually on the verge of like buying a PS3 just to play that game.
Isn't it on PC? Isn't it on Steam?
No, it's not.
Huh.
CJ,
Yeah.
do you like that quote? Look at the welcome. That should amuse you for the night.
I don't know.
We don't use quotes from the actual show. That shtick is reserved for one show. We don't
Nope.
dip in the well. We don't dip into that well twice.
I'll dip into whatever well I goddamn please.
No, we don't do that here. That's for the Schlub show.
No, I want it.
No,
So mean to me.
I am.
Kids, play nice or I'll turn the show around.
Yes, I do ruin all of the fun. I even said that in Slack. Do not use quotes from the movie. We don't do that here. That is strictly adhered to mine and Jazz's show.
You never answered my question.
What?
Can I make a pun on a quote?
Sure. Why not?
Thank you.
Where is the show notes at?
Dale linked them, and you even thanked
The
them.
same place they always are.
Hey, it's not just me that Roll doesn't read Slack for. Holy crap.
No,
Raul just doesn't read Slack. He's slacking off.
I know I saw it.
You thanked him for it.
I know, but I don't know which chat you put it in. I'm going through all the.
It's
all
the
the-
only one they would be in.
I am in Rent and Review. The only one I see is.
No, it's in the show.
Oh, there it is. I had to scroll up more. That's how out of it I am.
Wow.
Wow. All right. So are we recording?
Yeah, they're not on the edit list, Josh and Carrie, so they
No.
can't edit the notes.
Did you?
I don't have their email address, or I'd send it to them, or I'd add them.
I'll put it.
Put it in the Google chat.
Ow. My desk is sticky.
That sounds like a personal problem, CJ.
Not in a good way.
Again, that sounds like a personal problem, CJ.
I blame my kids.
Oh, small children and their ability to make everything sticky.
Yes.
You should have seen the mess when they decided to give my 2-year-olds push pops. Like those little freezer pop things.
Oh, that's the best thing to give 2-year-olds. Trust me.
And then they would all go in the sandbox.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's the best play.
All right, you
Alright.
should have edit power now. You may have to like close it and reopen it.
Thank you.
Jazz, could
welcome.
you add them to the master list of shared?
You mean just like the folder?
Yes. Yes.
Let's see.
Okay, I would have done that by now. But hey, Raul's not the only one it slacks.
Raul, you took my thing.
Well, legitimately, Dale is in like the last couple weeks of college right now. Or no, he's in midterms right now.
That
Raul.
All right, Gary has the
Yeah,
power.
no quotes from the movie. I literally just said that.
I thought, isn't Jared's?
No.
No. Because then we'd all say I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
Exactly.
Nope.
Yeah, there'd be 2 people saying Mary Poppins. There'd be 2 people saying sensitive nipples. There'd be 2 people saying don't
Trash
touch
Panda.
the button. 2 people saying trash panda. Yeah, exactly.
You ruined
only-
it.
The only reason why we get away with that on small screen spoiler shows because there's only Jazz and I. And we talk about many different things, so it's not just going to the same well over and over again.
Yeah, that's best.
We have different little wells instead of one big well.
Everything's fine tonight. They're fine.
Hi, Kitty.
Went to bed and didn't get to sleep until 8:40 probably. We took a shower. And she came and visited me. Told her to get in bed, and when I got out of the shower, she was hiding behind the bedroom door. Go to sleep, child. Go to sleep.
I drank Purita's, made cake, and didn't win anybody.
I can't do mine anymore, so I don't know.
Well, you have approximately 5 minutes to figure it out.
Quick question. Kids have like a plus 10 to stealth, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It depends on whether or not they're up to something.
If they're up to something, yes. If they're not up to something, it's only +9.
I remember
Well,
like
no. Correction. It's a fucking nat 20 if they're up to something.
yeah.
After having 2 back-to-back and going, wow, it's really quiet on Christmas morning at 7:15. CJ, something smells weird. And walking into our children's room at 7:17 in the morning. Keeping in mind, we checked on them at 7:10 and they were asleep. In 7 minutes, they painted the wall, the window, and each other in poo
Ooh.
on Christmas morning.
Ooh.
Merry Christmas.
Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
That's more of a Mary Poopins.
Hey, here we go. It was kind of a softball, though.
I haven't started yet.
I don't know.
It's 9/7 or 10/17.
Yeah, there you go. Talking real people time.
no, he was going to say 9:17.
All right, so I'm going to start pressing buttons. Are we
Corrected me and wasted time. So
And the monkey flips the switch.
recording, Raul?
Yes, we're recording. We've been recording.
I just wanted to make
This
sure.
whole time.
Well, we've
Yeah.
been online. We've been streaming, so, there's that. All right, y'all. Let's do this thing. In 3, 2, 1. You are listening to a podcast of the Geek.io Media Network. For all of our shows and more, visit geek-io.net. And to help support the network, head over to patreon.com/geek.io.
Hello, gentle listener. While Geek.io holds its talent to the highest standards, what follows will likely involve language usually reserved for sailors on leave. if you're of a delicate disposition, then perhaps you would consider a different podcast.
It makes me sad to hit this button on this kind of show.
Mobile audio stream enabled at tunein.alphageekradio.com. Chat room enabled at geek-io.net/live. Geek.io initialized.
We're geeking out across the globe, so tuck in and hold on to your butts. It's time for the Geek.io show.
Geek.io, put geek in and geek out.
Yes, indeed. Friends. Friends. Welcome to the Geek.io show, episode number 195. Our rant and review of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. It makes me sad because we don't normally play the normal intro on our rant and reviews.
Oh, I forgot.
Recorded Thursday, the 11th of May, 2017. I'll give you a break this time, Jazz, because this is in favor of your birthday.
Thank you.
No.
Birthday is
I earned that for forgetting to make an intro.
Yes, you did.
The punishment has been meted.
All right. I am your host, CJ, second burst, almost the same as the first boat.
And I'm Jared. They never told you about your father. Oh, wait. Yeah, they did, actually. They told you about him. You just weren't listening.
I'm Raul. Can't use the whale, Garza.
I'm Rachel, and CJ ruins all my fun. Goddamn panda bear.
Just do the thing, Carrie.
yeah.
Do the thing.
Thing.
Do the thing that you want to do. You know you want to.
I do want to.
I'll
I'm
let
Carrie
you.
Poppins, y'all.
There you go.
And I'm Josh, the holder of the Punfinity Gauntlet.
There we go. Guys, it is
Somebody
time.
has to be.
It is time for us once again to dip into the Marvel well and talk about the newest movie. And this time around, it is Guardians of the Trash Pandas, Volume 2. I brought this up, and mainly because it's a new Marvel movie, and we try to do these for the new Marvel movies. Also, it was Jazz's birthday, and I'm like, hey, this is nice, and we were gonna go see it together in Pensacola, but turns out that schedules are difficult when working people try to do things like that.
Working people with children and...
Yeah.
When working people try to do anything fun.
Yes, exactly.
It's okay. I still
When
went to
we're-
Pensacola.
Try to not work.
Saw it in IMAX.
I went to a mall theater, and I don't regret it because,
Yeah, that theater is pretty swanky.
Yeah, we went to anybody in the Tampa Bay area. We went to Countryside Mall, and it was fantastic.
Countryside.
Yeah,
It made my bottom vibrate. It was fun.
yeah, they had vibrating seats. It was
Oh,
freaking.
wow.
Oh, you went to the weird box thing.
No, it was just vibrating seats.
Okay. That sounds interesting.
No, I cannot do the D box because I get motion sickness way too easily.
So do
But-
I.
They have the speakers
it got
underneath the chairs in that one in two of the God knows how many theaters, and it just so happens it was in that. So every time you get the deep bass, it would rumble. It was like, "Ooh, hello!"
That's the butt kicker.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the one where it has a subwoofer underneath the seats.
Subwoofer right in your butt.
We went to one where they have recliners.
Yeah, that one's good too. We were gonna go there, but they didn't have a time that was convenient for us, so we.
Well, now
You
pretty much-
you
pretty
people
much-
who live in places that have fancy theaters.
Pretty much all of
Not
them
Alabama.
around where CJ, Josh, Rachel, and I live has the recliners now, like most theaters do.
Yeah,
Like they should.
yes, and also reserve seating, which I never realized that I missed until we went to this one, which doesn't have reserve seating, and I'm like, oh dear Lord, that's right. I don't know where I'm supposed to sit in here.
It's funny. See,
What?
he goes up the stairs, looks up, and goes, "What do I do now?" Like, you walk up the stairs. There's 4 seats
Just
there.
pick one. Just pick one.
I don't like this. I like order and some kind of semblance of decency in my life.
What is this? A Southwest flight?
I actually wanted to go to the Alamo Draft House because they have reserved seating, and everyone is quiet, and they will bounce you.
Also, alcohol.
Yes, alcohol is always good. But but no one else wanted to go with me. I should have just gone by myself.
Yeah, dude. I mean, if I lived near an Alamo Draft House, that would be the only place that I go.
Yeah,
Alamo Draft House. CJ at geek.show.net.
Speaking of Draft House, that's why I saw Beauty and the Beast. Great movie.
This movie is obviously only be able to be seen in theaters. It came out on May 5th. We saw it on May 6th personally here. Synopsis about the movie given from IMDb is set to the backdrop of Awesome Mixtape number 2. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 continues the team's adventures as they unravel the mystery of Peter Quill's true parentage. We have, of course, everybody back from the original movie. Chris Pratt is the Star-Lord. Who? Zoe Saldana. I'm so glad they didn't redo that joke, by the way. Zoe Saldana as Gamora, Dave Bautista as Drax, Vin Diesel as Baby Groot, Bradley Cooper as Rocket, Michael Rooker as Yondu, and Karen Gillan. Before we get any too further into this, just a reminder, obviously we are reviewing this entire movie. There will be spoilers. Yeah, so yeah, you are not safe from this point forward.
That being said, I need Mantis.
Yes.
Right.
I require a Mantis in my life. Granted, don't get me wrong, I need the tech support of Baby Groot, because let's just face it, I'm watching him dance, and baby's so happy.
That was like the perfect way to open up that movie too.
Because he was dancing just like Star-Lord did in the original, and it's like, oh, it's a throwback, but it's Baby Groot.
Baby Groot makes everything better.
And of course, they're getting their asses handed to them, so they hit the floor, and it's like, hi, Groot, you're gonna get hurt, and he's just like,
keep on dancing.
Wave, big smiling, dancing along. Drax comes and he stops.
Move out of the way. Spit it out. Spit it out.
Yeah. Speaking of Drax, a little bit of trivia here. Dave Bautista's Drax only took 90 minutes to apply his makeup this time, down from 4 hours. However,
efficiency.
Yeah, right. He'd have to sit in a sauna at the end of the day to get the makeup off. The poor thing.
Oh no! Don't
not a sauna.
I don't think I could handle that life.
According to the visual effects artist Ego's Planet, that VFX compromised 1 trillion polygons and is considered the biggest visual effect ever made.
Not compromised. Compromises. It means it's made of.
Is comprised of.
I'll put whatever emphasis on whatever syllable I want to.
Those polygons are awfully compromised.
Panda.
According to Curtis Pratt, the film's script helped him come to terms with the death of his father.
Aw.
Yeah. Many sadnesses. And after many rumors, Karen Gillan reprised her role of Nebula, this time without shaving her head.
Yep.
Oh, that was a bald cap?
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was mighty impressive for a bald cap.
Considering after working in theater for as many years as I did, bald caps are a bitch to make look smooth. That was pretty epic. But then again, look at how much money they had in this film.
If they can make Kurt Russell look, 30 years younger.
Yeah, they're using that tech
now, that hard.
Yeah,
they're using that tech big time.
The first one was Michael Douglas, right?
Correct.
Kurt Russell came on completely aged back, and CJ goes, "Holy shit, he looks like he's in the 80s." I'm like, I just said it's an 80.
They did a really good job of making him look like Snake Plissken / dude.
Yeah, they did.
Dude from Big Trouble in Little China that I can never remember.
Yeah.
That guy.
Did you guys see the horrifying masks that they made for the stunt doubles that ended up not getting used?
No, I didn't.
No, I did not.
Oh, I wonder if I can find a picture of it.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Google Fu initiated.
On Marvel movies with de-aging in them?
Like I said, I think they
and this one, right?
I think they paid a ton of money for the tech and Ant-Man, and are just now like, whenever we can possibly use this, we're going to.
We're going to, yeah.
I just
mean,
can't figure
it's
out why
good
Rogue
tech.
One,
Why wouldn't they?
Princess Leia didn't look better. Like, why
Found
didn't it look as good as the others?
Rogue One was okay.
Yeah, Leia's was
It
all
okay.
right.
I mean,
Peter
it was all-
Cushing
that's
was
what I'm
right.
saying. It was all right, but the other three were like, wow, that's
No, no.
really that looks seamless. Like that totally looks like younger versions of them.
Ah!
There was some uncanny valley going on with Cushing. Like
yeah,
major
he
uncanny
was
valley.
totes CGI. Well, I guess Leia was too, but
Leia was for a
Zoe
split
Saldana
second,
is
though.
hot. That is just wrong.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the Mantis ones.
Whoa. Ooh. Oh God. Ooh.
By the way, I didn't take down the girls who played Mantis. By the way, I love her. I'm so excited that she made it through the movie, and she will be back in the next show. And I'm talking since it'll keep me on the main video switch because I have the horrifying masks being shown right now. Dear Lord, I think they use that same mask as as Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin in the first Spider-Man.
Right?
looks about right.
That is yes, scary, very frightening. I'm closing that window now.
We know what CJ's going to have nightmares about tonight.
Yep.
There's something significantly wrong with the mask maker. Like, hello, did you not see that the chick that you are not signing that to look like is hot?
Yeah.
Those are not.
Yeah, they kind of hosed over Zoe Saldana on that one. So we got some quotes from the movie. Rachel requested to read this one.
I am Groot. Can I do a second one?
Yes.
Can I do all of them?
No.
But I can't crack my voice as well as you can. I am Groot.
I mean, all I gotta do right now is just raise my voice to my normal volume, and I'll be able to nail Teen Groot. Hold on.
It sounded like you said that in whale.
I am Groot. Shit, I didn't.
Man
Got his
down, man
voice.
down.
I'm Groot.
I am Groot.
So
I am Groot.
I copied this down
Oh,
here
Groot.
13 times because he said I am Groot 13 times in the movie.
Yes.
Is that all?
Yes.
Huh.
And the 13th one is when he's going through puberty at about 13 years old, which makes it even more amazing.
Yes,
These guys know what they're doing.
Yeah, it was. I'm fairly sure that was intentional. All right. Let's see here. Josh, you're Peter Quill. Raul, you're Yondu.
You look like Mary Poppins.
Is he cool?
Hell yeah, he's cool.
I'm Mary Poppins. You're all.
See, you finally got to say it. Congratulations. Jazz, you're Kraglin. Because I want to hear you say this.
Sure.
Does that mean
What's
you're
that?
ego, CJ?
Yes, I am Ego. What a shock.
It's a Zune. Everybody on Earth listens to it nowadays.
Yeah. Ha ha. Ha 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 ha.
I don't know. I enjoyed that joke. I was like,
Yeah,
"Ha,
It
Zune."
was a good joke.
That was a good Zune. That was good. It's nice to see a Zune in space.
Uh,
Zune in space.
So only because I
A
live
Zune from the
here
moon.
and I'm directing this show and I live with her. Rachel's going to be Gamora. That means Carrie.
No,
you
I want to be Drax.
All right, Rachel's Drax. You get to be Gamora.
So I'm Gamora.
Yes, and I, of course, being me, am Ego. I created what I. Whoa! Quit fucking with the notes. I created what I imagined biological life to be like, down to the most minute detail.
Did you make a penis?
Dude!
What is wrong with you?
If he's a planet, how could he make a baby with your mother? He would smush her.
I don't need to know how my parents.
Why? My father would tell the story of my impregnating my mother every winter solstice.
That's disgusting!
It was beautiful. You Earthers have hang-ups.
Yes, Drax, I got a penis.
Ha! Thank you.
And it's not half bad.
Well, clearly not. You have 2 kids.
Right? And scene. So, all right. This first half of the show, we talk about the more of like the back end of things, production, what we think of like the actual cinematography and stuff like that. The second half of the show is where we're going to try to limit the amount of time, the amount that we talk about the plot in the movie on the top half of the show. Does not mean that it is not there, but yeah, this is the production side of things. So, I mean, my quote at my nickname at the top, second verse, almost same as the first, pretty much sums up most of what happened with this movie. They hit the same notes, they hit the same edit points, they went to the same well of music. I mean, everything you liked in the first one, they're like, hey, we're going to continue to do that in this one because we made a drastic jump when we went to like Thor 1 to Thor 2, and people hated that, except for CJ, who really freaking liked Thor 2.
I like Thor 2 a lot, dang it. Leave Thor 2 alone.
I love Thor 2. It is like Lord of the Rings in space. Like, it is freaking fantastic.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the world in general.
Yeah, they're all wrong about
Thor 2 again. I think you're wrong.
Yeah,
Watch it with fresh eyes.
I think they need. Yeah, I think they need to go back and rewatch it, especially after watching this and certainly before Armageddon or Ragnarok, rather. Sorry,
same thing. Ragnarok and Armageddon.
Yeah, I'm gonna say sorry. Wrong religions. The world ending.
Ragnarok is basically, the Nordic Armageddon. So anyway, carry on.
Certainly before you go see that Ragnarok, rewatch Lost World. I think you'll like it a lot. Like it's really good.
Wait,
I don't.
Thor Lost World or Two Worlds?
It's
The
Thor
Dark World.
The Dark World.
The Dark World.
I mean, Thor and dinosaurs, I wouldn't be mad about. Just saying.
Thor and Littlefoot crossing over for the first time.
Why did you have to bring that up, CJ?
I want to see Thor ride a T-Rex. That would be awesome.
Right? What about Thor freedom punching a T-Rex?
That's cool too. But he has a hammer. Why would he punch it?
The Raptors are already honorary members of the Guardians of the Galaxy, so
True. Star Wars is their trainer, so
yeah.
The question is, could a T-Rex possibly be worthy?
I mean, we've had a frog be worthy, so I mean, a T-Rex could be worthy. It just wouldn't do real well because he has little arms, so wielding Mew would be like... He'd be able to wield it, but at that point, he would just be using Thunderjaw from Pokemon. Like... I can imagine him swinging it around and trying to throw it real hard, though, to try and fly. That would be fantastic to watch.
Imagine it trying to pick it up.
Well, you just call it to him,
I have a big head and little arms.
Thank you.
I don't think you thought this through.
That is such a great movie, by the way.
It is
one of the most underrated Disney movies, in my opinion. Yes. But anyway,
they had to keep moving forward.
Yeah.
Always upward.
No, but seriously, like I don't understand why everybody's hung up on Thor: The Dark World. I mean, it's Lord of the Rings in space. I don't get it. Did I say Dark World or Lost World again? I forget.
I think you said Dark World.
That time. You got it that time. You're good.
Thor 2, that movie about the other world.
Yeah, I mean, like it followed like similar points to Hellboy 2, and people loved Hellboy 2. Like,
but come on, Golden Army, so good.
It was, and so was Thor 2.
I'm not saying Thor 2 is bad. I'm just saying, Hellboy.
Yes.
There is a lizard in our house.
Yay, Florida.
Oh, yeah.
He is just chilling out on our ceiling.
Right on.
I don't know if you can... No, you can't see it because...
Is it just like a small lizard, or?
Yeah, just like a normal... it's a brown anole, actually.
Oh, okay.
Florida gets these little lizards that crawl all over the place because we're in a subtropical environment. So, like, they just kind of come into the house and eat bugs and just...
Smile, friend. You're on the internet.
And just kind of freak you out when when you're not paying attention because they always just crawl in the corner of your eye, so it looks like there's like a giant spider or something in your wall.
Oh, you
Someone is
mean
not
Jeff?
enjoying his 15 minutes of fame.
Wave to the internet,
Oh,
Jeff.
but he's so cute.
He is adorable, but I don't know how he got in the house, and he's going to have to leave eventually.
Hey, well,
Well,
most
maybe
of them
he'll eat
don't.
the bugs while he's in here.
Exactly, that's what they do.
Those are our friends.
So all right. It actually kind of bugged me a little bit that this movie, production wise, was just so similar to the first. Like,
It didn't bother me at all.
oh, okay.
Not one bit.
I mean, being
Wait.
said, I know Guardians is
They
like your favorite
did-
Marvel movie, but
They did back up. It wasn't a Star-Lord movie like the first one was.
It was not a Star-Lord movie.
Yeah,
It
the
was a
ensemble was
sis-
much stronger.
yes.
It had a stronger on the sisters on Nova and Gamora.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
all
actually
all the secondary characters kind of got little backstory arcs to follow
Drax
through.
actually improved a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
I
got
mean-
a lot more Drax and a lot more good Drax.
I mean, that being said,
Everybody's comfortable in their characters.
yeah, absolutely. Like, there's no more like holding back on the characters. Obviously, a good amount of time has progressed, and they actually, show that and let you live the fact that there has been time progressed.
I
Though
am
not too much time because it's still 2014 apparently.
I'm kind of sad that Nathan Fillion's cameo had to be cut.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I want to know what that was.
He
I
had a
want him in all
cameo.
the things.
he had a cameo in the first one.
Yeah.
He was the alien that Groot nostril rooted.
In the prison.
Blizzard, don't go behind there, please. No, don't. Damn it.
But it's
yeah,
warm over there.
that was Nathan Fillion, the one who got nostril rooted by Groot in the first movie.
You are correct, sir.
He was supposed to be in the second one, but they cut it because of time restraints, because there was a lot going on in this movie.
There was a lot going on in this movie.
The pacing was pretty good. A little bit rushed, but still it was okay.
Yeah,
It was a little slow in the first half and a little rushed in the second half, but
Yeah, absolutely. Like,
it made sense the way it went. I mean, with the story they were trying to tell, like I can't fault them for it,
no, and it's hard to fault them for anything in this one, because I mean, it's like, all right, yeah, they went back to the first movie on all of the things, but the first movie worked so well.
And
So-
I think that's why we didn't see a lot of like changes in the production from the first movie, is because the first movie was so great it kind of went into the category of if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Oh, absolutely. That's 100% what happened with this. And and I mean, just from somebody who wanted to see some kind of like evolution to it, there was very little evolution to be had in this.
This is a lot like anime filler, right?
Absolutely. And I'm not saying on a character level. I'm saying strictly on a production level. I wanted to see some kind of evolution with some of the stuff that they learned from like Civil War and things like that. And all that we really got was Technicolor fire.
but that Technicolor fire though,
But it was so pretty.
It was.
I feel like they're
that interdimensional slug though, he was fun.
I also feel like there were more gags in this movie compared to the first one, which was pretty much all wit. There was still wit in this one, but there were just a lot more, push button, receive, laugh as well.
Yeah.
Innuendos. Oh.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, have we had dick jokes in other Marvel movies yet? Is this the first one with dick jokes?
I think this
no,
is the first one to
Avengers.
flat out say, "Does it have a penis?"
I mean, to be fair, Avengers 1 and 4, blah blah blah.
Yeah, I mean, aside from saying, dick and language and things like that, I mean, yeah, I think this is the first time that we've had a flat out, penis, actual like penis joke in there. Aside from the language.
Not that I have a problem with that. I'm just like, wow.
Well,
all right, just go.
They went there.
Go for it. Go for it. Get it.
Yeah, and they were like not afraid to show like, I mean, the one character I love the evolution of in this was Drax and Rocket. Like both of those characters really jumped for me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I will give them something else on Rocket as well, on trying to stick to the production side. Rocket's animation and everything, pretty much everything related to do with Rocket was a lot more fluid in this one. He looked a lot less.
Yeah, like you just
Howard the
forget that
Ducky.
he's not real.
Oh, that's Cooper. What's his name?
Bradley
Cooper. I want to see their interaction. Bradley Cooper and Ant-Man, Paul
Rudd.
Paul Rudd.
Yeah,
No.
I am so excited to see Infinity War when the Guardians come to Earth. Like, I am so excited to see the combination of all of the characters.
Well, what's great is that they put the hook in there to like, what's this stuff that's growing out of here? It's from space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the one thing I felt a little disappointed about. It was like, oh, we have this thing that's directly affecting Earth. And all
Why
the,
is nobody
you know,
there?
None of the heroes.
Why aren't there Iron Man drones scoping out this weird blue all-consuming crap?
Why,
you know,
why doesn't Vision and Iron Man flying over there to check that out? And
that's pretty much
see any
every
like
Dairy
shield
Queen
agents.
in
some shield agents show up. Anything.
The Dairy Queen
Just
next
like
to the
now.
woods.
Yes.
Every Dairy Queen in Texas.
that's every Dairy Queen outside of a major city.
Yeah, it's
Basically.
every Dairy Queen ever, pretty much.
The one I worked at
Yeah,
was
because
super
even the
spiky.
one that's up on Long Island in New York has a forest right next to it.
Yep, and I like that they aged the Dairy Queen too. Like it was
Yes.
a Dairy Queen to
Well, I
begin
mean, let's
with,
be
and then it's a DQ grill and chill.
It was a small
the
town
present.
Dairy Queen. That thing was probably an institution.
It was. Look. My mom
That's
is
the
from
Dairy Queen
Centranel.
/ Town Hall.
My mom's from Centranel, which is this tiny little town in Alabama, and they had a Dairy Queen, and it was the only pretty much fast food place they ever had until they got a Subway. And the Dairy Queen still stands today. It has been there my whole life, and for before.
The Subway
you
did
know,
not
so-
fare so well.
Yes,
Subway's still there. Subway's
There's
still
a
there,
city
but-
down here that has a Dairy Queen and a Dairy Cream.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of like
Oh.
little mom and pop ice cream stores that are like, "Yay, you guys were totally not Dairy Queen."
No, I mean Norman's got or not Norman. Okima's got a Dairy Boy.
Similar to, but legally distinct from.
Dairy
Yeah.
Queen.
Dairy Boy.
Um,
Shakes though.
But yeah, so I mean that's something that I love, that like Rocket's animation was just a lot more fluid, a lot less like it was just looking at a CG character.
Especially like the facial models and the eyes, particularly when they
Yes,
were
the eyes
zoomed
did
in.
not look weird and dead like they did in a couple of the scenes in Guardians. And yes, I rewatched Guardians recently, and when they
We
focused
did.
on Rocket's face, yeah, the eyes did kind of look weird and dead.
I thought the-
Yondu had a lot more character in this one.
Yeah, we're-
Yeah.
We'll
Really
talk
Yondu.
more about Yondu in the second half of the show.
I was really
Yeah.
Mostly
impressed.
because I'm going to cry if we start talking about Yondu, and I don't feel like crying yet.
I was also really impressed with the makeup, and not just Drax, even though he's the obvious example, but like looking at Gamora and the finely traced lines on her face and like Nebula's little cybernetic things. Really nice.
Yeah, I mean, I until I read that trivia, I did not know that she did not just shave her head again. So I mean, good on the makeup department. Like seriously.
And going from 4 hours per day to 90 minutes, like we finally streamlined that. It took us
Right.
two yeah.
Did they have drills?
I'm sure they did. Like they just practiced on a Drax
Random
puppet.
Bautista-sized person.
Ballistics dummy.
Ball T6 dummy.
Yes, exactly.
I didn't know Sylvester Stallone had a cameo in this movie.
He's more
I
than a
heard that.
cameo.
I didn't. I still like, even though I am a Guardians of the Galaxy fan, I still have no idea what his character is supposed to be. And the reference at the end of the movie that they're going to be doing like a weird for freaking Ravagers spinoff.
Yeah,
I
Ravagers.
don't know. Like, I'm still
Yeah.
unsure.
I know there was like, oh yeah, it's the original Guardians crew. Wait, who? What?
No, because Yondu is an original Guardian. Like,
Well, it was that, but then it was like, Ving Rhames and what's her name? Another semi-famous person who did a cameo. God dang it, what's her name? She was golden, and then the robot that was voiced by Miley Cyrus. Wait,
what?
And freaking Lex Luthor was in there. The Diamond Guy was Michael Rosenbaum. Like that's apparently the original Guardians team from when the first original Guardians comic. Way back.
Like 100 years ago.
Well,
minus Yondu.
So much.
Minus Yondu because
Yeah, though they did give Yondu his original look, which
yes,
the actual
that made me happy.
I saw that. And I legit. Rachel looked at me and like, that's his original look. You don't understand.
That's authentic.
I knew that, but it was the fact that you and I had discussed previously that we were both annoyed that they didn't give him his, mohawk.
Yes,
because that was one of the things that you and I were bitching about the first movie, and it was like, oh well, he's still a dick. It worked. It wasn't the end of the world. He was just enough dick that you really wanted to like him, but you really wanted to hate him at the same time.
Speaking of,
you weren't quite sure which way you wanted to go.
Speaking of dicks, I'm kind of glad they didn't revisit the John C. Reilly and Nova Corps well again. I'm glad they kind of pushed past that.
Yeah.
Although I would like to have seen a quote unquote real Nova Corps, like a Richard Rider or something along those lines pop up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
But I think that would have been pushing it a little bit too far.
Did you see the other foul cameo?
Yes. I saw Howard.
We need to rent and review that movie.
I'm done. I just can't. No, we will not be
I told you they just need to remake Howard. I would be so freaking happy if they remade Howard the Duck.
I think you are remembering that movie all wrong.
That movie was perfect the way it was, done and over with.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It is perfect in the way that it was, and the trash can done.
We need to rent and review Howard the Duck next time.
No.
Look, I don't have enough alcohol in my fridge to survive that movie again. Okay.
I've never seen it, so.
Yeah, Rachel. Okay, here.
You're not missing much.
Here, hold on. I gotta pull up my camera here. 1 second, because I don't know where my camera's aiming. Hold on. Yeah, Rachel. For a gag gift, got me Howard the Duck for Christmas last year because she knows. She knows my absolute loathe and detestation of.
So now it stares at you every day.
Yes. Yes.
Watching. Waiting.
It was Michelle Yeoh was the name I was trying to remember. She was Alita Ogord.
Yeah, I mean, I am kind of glad that they threw out that original Guardians, but I don't know if they were going to try and do a spin-off of it or not. By the way, 5 after-credit scenes.
Yeah, there was a bunch of those.
Dear Lord!
It's a Marvel movie.
But the thing is, 5! That is insane.
Wait, what? I missed the whole sentence, damn it.
Technically, they were during credit scenes.
Yeah.
Except for one.
And some of them were great, because, I mean, we did get angsty, prepubescent Groot.
Yeah.
They were all enjoyable. I had no
that
problem
was
with
actually...
I'm not saying they were bad.
For a mid-credit scene, that was something I felt actually touched on a nice bit of development in the team that they didn't really talk about, was the fact that entire exchange between Peter Quill and angsty teenage Groot, Rocket was not there.
Yeah,
Peter was completely understanding everything Groot was saying.
Yeah, so
and
I kind of want to figure out why. Like,
don't you backtalk me! Clean your room!
Because that's exactly how Groot operates. They never explain the reason why certain people can understand him, but I'd be fascinated if it was his now God powers or what that he touched into that allows him to actually understand Groot.
Yeah, but I think they all kind of understand Groot now, don't they? Because isn't there like a point where he says something and Gamora responds to him?
When he's a baby in the very beginning scenes, Gamora does respond to him.
Well, that's just
I think a lot of it is
or something. Yeah.
It's got to have something to do with.
They've all been around him for a while. They're understanding his language.
It's some kind of connective thing with Groot just being Groot.
Yeah, I mean, if they ever touch on his planet, I mean, that's kind of a thing with him.
Well, that's in the comic, isn't it? There wasn't a comic that I thought Rocket was just kind of like, oh, hey, yeah, that's funny,
No,
don't know.
basically what happens with Groot is he is actually speaking normally for himself, but the way his throat basically works is every sound he makes is so subtle. All we as regular human beings hear is I am Groot, but it's all in the different intonations and exact pacing of those particular tones that he is actually speaking things.
Yeah.
Groot is actually canonically in the comics a super phenomenal, ridiculous, genius level intelligence.
Well, it's because he's a
But-
prince. He's the prince of his planet, and like,
Exactly.
that's never touched on because so he has like a crazy like education for his people, but it's basically like he's a Trent, so they do things at their own pace. So I mean it's kind of touching at that lore, and that's something that's always been kind of a thing with him is he's kind of loosely, I say loosely, based on the Tolkien Trents.
And yeah, so when he's talking, it's just they're finally starting to parse the way the nuances of his actual speech patterns work. Rocket was the first to, display that capacity because he had been with Groot the longest. But that end credit scene showed that, Peter was actually starting to get a little bit of, understanding the nuances as well. And I thought that was a real nice, development.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, that was really really good. Actually, why don't we, and mainly because I need to get something else to drink because my throat is really killing me. Why don't we take a quick break here and we'll be right back, and we are going to discuss the actual what you probably want to hear, which is storyline discussion.
Spoilers!
All of the spoilers.
Dun dun dun.
So for the music this week, I couldn't find another Hamilton cover that we have permission to play yet. I'm working on it. Sorry, Jazz. Try to get one for your birthday. I'm working on it.
Okay.
But I wanted to, and I don't remember if I played this one, but if I did, oh well, I really like it. I'm going to play Jonathan Young's cover of Strike Back, the 16th opening for the anime fairy tale. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Not ever see the chance to change the course of history, but I will take that chance for even the slightest possibility. I turned my back and left the fate that I could have just accepted. Now I'll fight for the future next to you. It's where I need to be. Bring it on, 'cause I'm just gonna grow up in a barrel of it. I'm trying to cut the sky, burning and fire. It's like a flashing through the sky. I'm trying out a base nightmare. I wanna say what's ahead. Really down how we live. I share my past on the future. I'm getting lost. Screaming for my love. When your tears begin to fall, I will be screaming for you. When everything is down, wait behind me, straight for my destiny. Your smile will never let me fall. With you behind me, I'll go. Corner of my heart, I beat my bloody fists on walls. Disregard the senses, I'm never turning back at all. Even when the pouring rain of reason starts to fall, all I know, I will never hesitate when the chains change our future course. Such a day breaks all, just follow me now. You like yourself, play it back in space now. Play back, say failure and this. No man, I won't let you stand this. Disappear with the rest, but you can't burn up this fire in my chest. You're screaming for your pride. I light my fire, sentient soul. My heart will keep on burning on. Nobody can ever find a generation. I'll never lose inside out. I won't hesitate, go. No, with my eyes, if you're lost in I know I'm gonna say what's wrong.
This is it.
Don't let your tears begin to fall. I will be screaming for you. Your smile will never let me fall. With you behind me, I'll go. I like my fire standing tall. My heart will keep on burning on. I'll never lose inside out. I won't hesitate,
I need to turn on my microphone again. That usually helps. So, welcome back. It was Jonathan Young's cover of Strike Back from Fairy Tale. Rocking as always. So, it's that time, you guys. We talk about the actual the meat of the show here.
And feelings and whatnot.
All of the feelings. All right. So this movie could always tell the anybody in the audience with daddy problems, because they were all bawling their freaking eyes out, myself included. It was it got rough, man.
Yeah, they kind of pulled a Pixar there. And,
Oh yeah.
And snuck
Just a little
in some like some themes and some emotional moments. I mean, it didn't quite hit me super hard as most. Didn't hit me as effectively as most Pixar movies do, but props to them for taking some themes about family and what family is, and
Hey, CJ,
toxic
just a side
relationships,
note.
and
yes,
etc.
The woman who plays Mantis
Yeah.
is French.
Huh.
Born in Quebec, but she is not Canadian. Her father was a diplomat.
Huh.
She does not have double nationality. She's like, I'd love to be French and Canadian, but I only have the French nationality. And man, is she a gorgeous woman without makeup on. She's gorgeous in Mantis's makeup, but holy crap.
She's beautiful.
Yes.
She is gorgeous.
I'm sorry.
Correct.
Yes, I am. Between her, Karen Gillan, and Zoe Saldana, so just hello.
We in there like swimwear.
Sorry, I'm girl
I mean,
crushing.
the
Carry on.
Obviously, the big line of I may not have been your father, but I was your daddy. Just like that was, yeah, boy.
Which something I should have mentioned at the top that Katie just reminded me. Yondu's a Alabama connection. He's from Jasper, Alabama.
There you go,
Alabama boy.
So I'm
Mary
going to throw
Poppins, y'all.
CJ just under the bus here
Boy.
because this is what I do, because that's what wives do.
Gonna talk about me crying? I just admitted that I bawled my freaking eyes out. No, I came from a freaking broken home. Yes, I bawled my eyes out at this fucking movie.
But it wasn't just one time. It was like 6 times over the course of the end of the movie. And I'm like,
yes,
oh
they
my
know how
God.
to punch you right in the feels multiple times.
Yeah,
like even our son was sitting on the end going,
James Gunn borrowed money, went to John Lasseter and be like, we need some of your writing.
Right?
John Lasseter.
Why did you make me cry all the time? Shut up.
Why do you hate me?
I'm not crying. You're crying. I had onion in my popcorn.
I will say the whole father aspect thing didn't really hit me as hard because I love my dad to death. He might actually still be watching this right now.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Dad. Love you. But he's the reason I'm such a phenomenal geek. he has comic books upon comic books upon comic books, and he was always explaining the stories and the characters and whatnot to me. And half the reason I love the movies as much as I do, and especially the recent Marvel movies, is because it was actually a continuation of a tradition my dad and I had growing up, where my mom would host a Tupperware party and he and I would go catch a movie. Because why would we want to hang around the house while
That's
mom was trying to sell Tupperware to other, moms? So we'd go catch a movie, and we carried that on all the way up through when I moved down from Ohio. And so it was just always a real fond memory. And so every time, I go see a Marvel movie now, I got to think about, okay, Dad would really love this part. Dad could tell me exactly what's up with this character, And so usually when I go see one, and I haven't had the chance to do so yet with this one, because, we're both working people. But like, I know he would have loved this movie. He probably, adored everything, caught more little nods than I did, but I, really can't wait to talk to him about it, because that's our thing. And so like the dad scenes didn't hit me as hard, but I could still appreciate them because I have so many fond memories of my own father that it's like, okay, this guy is finally getting to experience what it means to have that kind of connection that I have.
And I'll divulge. My father is currently fighting multiple myeloma in his spine. So it's been a rough year. So seeing all of this with Yondu becoming the dad that Star-Lord has always wanted, and him finally having that connection of, you know what? I may not have thought of you as that growing up, but you know what? That is exactly what you were for me. Yeah. My dad was never there when I was growing. Well, he was there and he wasn't there. My parents divorced when I was 7. So he was there. My father taught me to read. My father actually just bought our daughter the books that he and I read when I was a little girl.
Aww.
So that's our plan for the summer, but I digress. When my dad was there, he was there. When Yondu was there, he was there. He was always defending him, always backing him, always supporting him in his own Yondu way. And it was even that in the first one with the freaking troll.
Yes.
Right.
And the fact that they went and did the callback to all the little things that Star-Lord, that Peter Quill had brought to Yondu, including the troll. That's when I lost it, because it was all these little memories that he had kept over the years of Peter's growing up. And that hit me as, holy crap, he may not have been the best father. He may not have been attentive or really very loving, but in his own way, he was always there. He was always supporting. He was always caring.
Yeah. He was still daddy.
And the fact that he still had all these stupid little tchotchkes proved it. And the freaking treasure troll. And I remember the smile at the end of the movie, of the first one. And I remember looking at CJ and going, yeah, that's a, hi, Dad. I love you.
Yeah.
But screw you.
It's nice that it seems that they definitely had that kind of thought going through from the beginning.
Yeah.
Because you can see, how Yondu defended him and knew that he was gonna, swap out the Infinity Stone and not give it to him.
Yeah, they ain't never tried Terran before.
I had to convince them.
I kept it because you could get into little spaces.
Right.
And when he hits you with the,
that was a joke, man. Come on.
When he hits you with the, well, I saw what he did to all those other boys that I brought him. I wasn't about to let him do that to you. And you could get into small spaces. Like, he has to cover it up, like, be big, manly man, not the, I kind of started caring for you.
Exactly.
Aww.
Yondu knows what's up.
Make me cry, damn it.
Here's another fun moment. Yondu and Rocket.
Yes.
Oh, man. That was unexpected but delightful.
Right?
Yeah, it felt almost a little too on the nose for me, though. Like, I don't know. Like, I liked it, but it was just like, it was too spelled out. I wanted something more subtle, but that's okay.
It sort of seemed like he was at the end of his rope there. Like, he's been wanting to express himself this way for a while, but the thing is, he can't do that to Peter. He can't do that to the other Ravagers because they need him alive. And
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
he
but-
sees Rocket going down the same path that he did, and it just kind of sets him off.
Right.
Yeah, that's cool. And anytime we get Rocket and Yondu together, that's good times.
Oh, and Rocket's a freaking badass.
That scene where they're in that room of monitors, so good.
Yes. That was insane. I mean, Rocket really stole the show in this one, more so than even in the first one, in my opinion.
Nope. The
Way
show
more,
title
yeah.
goes to Baby Groot.
Well, watching
Baby
it,
Groot-
Especially
Right.
the preteen Baby
Well,
Groot.
no, I still like Rocket more. Watching him go from, this badass who don't take no shit from nobody to this surrogate father, and watching him.
I'm not losing. I'm losing one friend already. I refuse to lose two.
Yeah,
Right.
watching this stupid trash panda actually become, a
Trash panda made me cry.
fleshed out character. It was beautiful and brutal at the same time. Like,
I kind of wish they would do a call. They would have done a callback to him. I need this, and that.
They kind of did with the eye.
yeah, they kind of did. Yeah, he's gonna wake up tomorrow and not know where his eye is. Hilarious.
Also, it's
Right.
kind of worth mentioning that Groot got a huge character moment towards the end of the first movie with, him sort of losing it
We
on
Are
the Kree and then the We Are Groot. And so I feel like it was other characters' turns to get the really deep
Correct.
growth.
That's the reason why they didn't have Groot become the grown-up that he was before. Like, I honestly think that's the reason why they held him back.
Yeah. So instead, we get backstory on Yondu, and
I could have dealt without him being
explore
stupid, though.
Rocket. We get to explore Gamora and Nebula.
Yeah.
This is the darkest Frozen story that I've ever heard.
Right?
For real. I needed a sister.
You just
I
wanted to
need
kill
a
me.
sister. You
I
weren't
will
there for
say-
me.
That felt just a little forced.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little, but
Like
Yes,
it was
and-
nice development to see, but it's that seemed more on the nose than the Rocket Yondu thing.
But see, Gamora and Nebula remind me of me and my sister. It's quite literally the light and the dark. And we've always had that horrible. CJ will attest this. We've always had that horrible. We have to one up. Well, more so. My sister has to one up me all the time, or try to. Oh, my life is so much better. My life is so great. I had everything. You had nothing. And the other sister's just going, sure. I'm just gonna do my thing, kick your ass, and then move on.
Yeah. I don't know. I really liked it. Yeah, it did. I mean, you're right, Raul. It did kind of feel little Frozen-y. Like,
But then Gamora refuses just to let her go.
yeah.
And then she returns the favor.
Also-
We don't discuss this.
I'm a bit sad that they cut the Gardens of the Galaxy quote. Like, I'm a little upset that they cut that line.
Which one?
You just wanted to be a Garden of the Galaxy.
I missed that.
It was in all the trailers.
Oh.
I'm sad that they cut it from the actual movie.
That fruit's not ripe.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
That joke, you could see the setup for it was
It's
going.
not right.
a friend of
Yeah.
mine complained about this. He's like, they just took the jokes too far. I was like, no, that was perfect. Like the fruit thing that just kept going on forever. Until
And then
not
the
ripe
final
yet.
payoff.
Not ripe yet. It's not ripe yet.
And she just flips it over her shoulder like, shit, she was right.
Yeah, see,
No,
that was
no.
really clever.
and making fun of Rocket constantly. All the different things they called him.
You're the fox, the rat.
Fox, the
Squirrel!
rat, trash panda,
Trash panda.
Don't call
triangle
me
face monkey,
raccoon.
Yeah, Space Monkey was good. That was really good.
triangle face monkey.
Triangle face space. Yeah, that was great.
May I pet your puppy dog? May I pet your angry puppy?
Angry puppy dog is so cute that I could die.
There's
Oh,
the
man.
And
crossover
if we
banner
couldn't
that
get
needs to
any
happen.
deeper, if you couldn't get any deeper, the conversation between Mantis and Drax,
Oh,
Oh my god.
you are disgusting. You are utterly revolting.
But that's
I
good.
thought
And then he does the fake, like, trying to gag thing. I am picturing being with you in a sexual manner. I was like, oh, did you
Being
really
with
have
you
to go
physically.
there?
Well, I mean that's Drax though is the thing. They don't do metaphors.
No.
Everything is literal to them.
Very
So
literal and straightforward.
And then that ultimate, no, it is good that you are disgusting. Because
My
if you
wife
were
was-
beautiful, then you wouldn't be
Yeah.
able to trust someone who truly loved you. And I was like, oh.
You know who your real friends are.
Drax went
That was
deep.
deep as fuck, man.
I loved it because it's always this like jokey, funny thing, and then something like well, really deep and to the
and
point.
that was the
stuck
thing
in
is
there. Like, hey, wait a minute, he
like
just got
Drax
deep on me.
Mantis had a lot of great little moments all throughout the movie as soon as her character was introduced.
Yeah.
Like
You
when they
have
were
a
just sitting
sexual
there.
desire.
When they were just sitting there on that steps looking out, and nothing outwardly looked all that wrong with Drax, but when she went to read him, she just started weeping, and it's like,
Yes.
how much is he keeping bottled up?
Yeah.
The answer is all of it.
All of it.
And I mean, remember, he's not his wife and daughter.
Yeah.
And when
So
he's
he is
watching the
holding
relationship,
that.
he's the only one that actually knows what a father is.
Mhm.
Like,
Baby
because
Groot.
he's the only one who's been a father.
And the fact that
No,
he
I know.
hates the tree. He hates the tree, but he's sitting there petting baby Groot and putting him to sleep. You're going to go, oh, God, he's got a heart under there, too.
No, I enjoyed how they are all kind of the caretakers of Baby Groot,
Yeah.
looking out for him,
It's not just Rocket anymore.
raising
And
Groot.
he's like reaching out for Gamora, and he cuddles into her, and you go, oh, God. I could sleep on those boobs, too. Wait, what? Uh-oh.
Isn't there a story like this? Because Ego would transform himself into different races, right?
They
no.
never expressly state that, but one would imagine he would have had to, but
The Celestial, I mean, the Celestials have kind of always known what humans are. So, I mean, when it comes to Celestials, like human is the main point. So he might not have been other races.
But he showed himself as
It's-
other races.
You know, Josh, you know a lot about the Guardians storyline. Am I the only one sad that they did not actually get into what Taserface's actual race is? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Does he fall into the classification of Great Volchinian?
No, he is a Starkian from the planet Stark. And no, it's not just a coincidence that its name is that.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, but CJ,
Is that
think about the
right?
callback that I just did.
I know what you did, but I'm stating Taserface is actually a canonical character, and he is a Starkian from the planet Stark. And what that was is a Stark missile got launched into space, and it just wound its way to this planet. And these creatures started worshiping it like the Planet of the Apes obelisk, and they named it after the one name on the missile, which was just Stark.
Oh, God.
As if the man needed a reason to have a bigger ego. He's a god on one planet.
And he fits with your naming scheme.
Yes. I'm so sad they did not get into what race he was. Just kind of, you don't need to pass it on. Just, yeah. Back on Stark, all of our people named themselves as such. Like
Maybe for Infinity Wars.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, no, I don't know if he'll be around for Infinity War.
No, it's true.
No, he's not there anymore.
He kind of did.
He's floated. He's floated in space.
Tell them he was taken down by Taser. You giggle like a girl way too well.
Oh man,
what name am I gonna name myself?
It's kind of like
all my enemies.
It's kind of like a spin on what the Gallifreyans do from Doctor Who. So I mean, it felt kind of that as well, because I mean the Gallifreyans don't really have names; they just have titles.
Okay, so of course I had to go and like Google it because I'm like, wow, okay, I want more information. He is an advanced.
Would you like to know more?
The being known as Taserface came from a planet inhabited by primitive beings. One day, a cache of armor and technology created by Tony Stark wound up on their planet.
A Stark rocket. Yes.
Yep, the inhabitants quickly adapted themselves to the new technology, calling themselves the Stark after their idol.
Yep.
They proceeded to misuse their newfound gifts to conquer other planets.
Yep.
Taserface was deployed to the planet Korg to keep an eye on it and continued and ended up fighting the Guardians of the Galaxy. After his defeat, he was tortured by his species and his name taken from him. Now he goes by the Nameless One, and his hatred for the Guardians grew. Dun dun dun.
Taserface.
And then it continues on. He pleads mercy to the High Sister for redemption and is given upgrades. He'll return with the name Overkill after being transformed into a cyborg. So he may very well be back. I would be completely okay with this.
He could get with Lady Adam Warlock and
oh good. I wasn't the only one who was thinking that.
No, I knew her name, and I knew her name like off the bat. I'm like, oh, is this how they're going to introduce Adam Warlock? Is he going to be a weird lady in this one instead of, a guy? Nope. Oh, that's Adam Warlock.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
that was the thing too.
Spelled that out pretty clearly.
You can ask Gary. I was really excited to see that end credit scene because, we're getting closer to the Infinity War here, and I'm like, there's a major player missing here.
Yeah.
Where is Adam Warlock?
Oh, can we talk real quick on what his plan was during Infinity War?
Whose?
Adam Warlock's grand plan in the comic was just to have everyone distract Thanos enough for the Silver Surfer to go at light speed and grab the gauntlet.
Yeah, nobody ever said. Adam Warlock doesn't have the mind gem.
that was his plan.
He's not, not the sharpest tool in the crayon box.
Clearly, what they need to do.
This got dark real quick.
Clearly, what they need to do for the actual battle with Thanos is have Paul Bettany just do his Chaucer thing.
Well, they do need a strategist with clearer vision, so
yes.
Roll credits.
Yeah.
Too bad. Ego. Holy crap! Talk about a bombshell.
Ego, yeah.
He's also got some serious anger issues.
Ego problems.
Clearly, the penis is not big enough.
I still think Carrie made the best joke when we were coming home from the movie when we saw it last week. He really should have been called Id.
Yeah.
It's true.
This is very true.
I believe we had the similar conversation, CJ.
We did, yes.
Like I said, there's a reason we get along so well.
Disappointing.
Right? Like, he's so not ego. It doesn't work for me. It would have been so much better.
I mean, I suppose he's ego in the conventional definition rather than the psychological definition.
Yeah, but see, I'm a psych person, so
yeah. But remember, ego was created back in the 70s and not by people who followed science so much. So, it made sense that he's just an egomaniacal person. Get it?
That's the road that they're going with it, because that's exactly what it is. The worlds, in this case, literally have to revolve around him. So.
Oh, what'd you think of his materialization in the core?
I liked it. It was good. Like
it was a little bit Nightmare Fury. A little bit Nightmare Fury, where he's coming from skeleton, and you see all the.
Yeah.
I think that was kind of the point.
Yeah.
That was absolutely the point. Is we
are not supposed to like this guy.
I enjoyed Peter's reaction though. Like that for once we felt like we got a genuine reaction from somebody in one of these like
when he reveals like what happened, what he did.
I put that tumor in her brain. What?
Yeah, just no further questions asked.
Realize when he's walking.
What? Unload my lasers into all of you.
Just
completely disintegrate you.
Going to slide lock on a weapon that doesn't even have physical ammunition.
But
whoa,
see,
okay.
I
Yeah,
I
that sounds
figured
about
out
right.
his problem. When he's walking along there, this is why he's angry. He can't rematerialize the penis because he acknowledged it.
Penis only exists when you do not acknowledge it.
The penis.
I mean, think about it. As he's walking and materializing, there's muscle that grows, but that doesn't grow. And that's all it is. There's no bone. Clearly, he didn't have a boner. That was his problem. All of his anger lied in the fact that he had no penis.
Penis.
How many times can we say penis this episode?
Yeah, right.
So
and Dale's
he
not
literally had like hundreds, maybe thousands of offspring, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you saw the pile of bones.
Thousands. Yeah, we saw the bone pile. There was
Yeah.
lots.
The pile of dead babies.
Aww.
Aww. Now you've made it even worse than it already was.
They made him super bad like in 2 seconds.
Oh yeah, man.
They made him like, oh, he's cool. He's playing ball with an energy ball.
That
with
was
Peter.
I don't know. The whole time I just had
That
this
scene broke
icky
my
feeling
heart.
in the back of my head.
Yeah,
I was like,
you
this
knew
is
something was
bad.
going to flip. I'm like,
This is going to
really?
be bad.
Really? Are the
Well-
Perfects going to be like the big bad? I mean,
Well,
they need
first
something-
of all, you've got him talking about flowers, quote unquote, spreading across the galaxy. And then the next thing you know, he shows up and everything about him is religious imagery and egg symbolism.
Yep.
Yes, there was lots of egg symbolism. Jesus egg.
Yeah.
Wee little man.
Oh, I really like how they actually acknowledged the whole skin is the same thickness from the inside as it is from the outside.
Right.
And Drax
beautiful.
just jumps right in. Ah!
And I love it
And
that
Hey, look, I did it! Oh.
it's Peter of all people who just points it out. Like you wouldn't expect. I mean, you would expect that out of Rocket or Gamora. Like Peter's
I
the one.
thought
Who just
you,
pulls it out.
oh, we're using guns now?
Oh yeah. It's just like your thing was swords and my thing was guns. I guess we're both using guns now.
Or I'm on Rocket's side. No.
Can we also just briefly acknowledge the fact that Gamora picked up and used the freaking gun off of a spaceship like it was nothing?
That was awesome.
Just like it was nobody's business. Just straight up and just.
This is mine now.
Oh, look! It's big! Oh, look, it's really big.
Yeah, that felt like the Gamora moment that we needed.
Yeah.
Because up to that point,
Oh.
she'd done some cool fighting. and
Gamora
stuff,
holding a
and
giant
you
gun.
just forget that how
Perfect dream for me.
strong and powerful she actually is.
Yeah.
I
absolutely.
like what's her name? Nova when she gets hugged by Gamora and she
Nebula.
doesn't know how to react.
Yeah, she just kind of freezes.
Yeah, this is her first hug ever. Like,
Kind of looked like when you put a harness on a cat.
yeah, a little bit.
But yeah, just that moment was pretty great.
All
Dad
right.
moment.
So, let's say we go ahead and rate this bad boy here, shall we? The rating part of the segment where the show where we take this movie and we rate it on a scale from 0 to 10 in half points. It is our Tito scale. Train is in the Outback. If you have a half point, you have to tell us if it is the top half or the bottom half of the training. We're going to
And
go
we need to know why.
with newest lady first, Carrie.
Oh God. I'm going to go with. Are we explaining the whole rating or just number and then move on?
Kinda. Twitter linked. And we kind of, I mean, I say that, but none of us pay attention to that. So we just kind of go, because of this, depending on if you want to explain it or not.
Okay. A lot of fun. Had a great time. Kind of wish they'd not relied so much on some of the stupider gags. So 9 out of 10.
All right. And Josh?
I'm going to be slightly more generous with a 9.5 upper side because I do agree that some of the stupider jokes, like the Snapchat filter 700 jump spree of faces being
Yeah.
stretched out
That
was
was a
real
little ridiculous.
stupid. It was kind of
Yeah.
entertaining with it ending with Baby Groot puking, but I mean, it is a puke joke. I
Yeah, that took
But
12
that
minutes.
makes it even better because how is a tree puking?
It was sap.
Yeah, it was sap.
that's
Sappy way
like
to
the
end
only
it.
reason it was remotely entertaining was the sheer preposterousness of the fact that we have a tree vomiting. But
Yes.
I'm not too crazy about puke jokes, fart jokes, dick jokes, that kind of thing. I
Yeah.
mean, I will still unfortunately laugh at them because of societal conditioning, but I don't like
Excuses.
that's not my favorite form of humor. I like some of the other jokes, like the fact that the planet full of robot hookers was named Contraxia, like contract a sexually transmitted disease.
Yes.
That was a
Everything's on
really
purpose.
subtle, brilliant joke.
Everything's on purpose.
I love the fact that the Stan Lee cameo in this movie was him talking to the freaking Watchers.
Oh my
And
god.
then walking away from him.
Also,
Right?
his last
So
probably last cameo.
probably, and apparently
Yeah,
he's
but that
playing
was the
same
thing.
character in every movie.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is like this cameo was like him somehow apparently having either experienced all of these separate, instances, throughout like lifetimes or something like that, or he just literally held this many jobs.
He was
Including
always there.
including a weird playboy on a foreign planet.
Right?
Richard
So, but yeah, I mean, I
Tony
went to
Stank.
the movie to be entertained. I went to the movie to see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. And from the moment they started playing Mr. Blue Sky and having Baby Groot dancing his tiny little wooden ass off,
Oh, man.
I was sold. It was a great movie. I enjoyed the hell out of it. I'm going to buy it when it comes out, and I'm going to watch it several more times. So,
Absolutely. Rachel.
Oh, come on. Like, you have to ask me.
Yeah, I do have to ask you.
I would give it a perfect 10, but there were a couple things that irked me. Not even gonna go into them because they're not major things, but one or two things, 4 or 5 things. We need to talk. So it's going to be a 9.5 for me, and it
All
has
right.
to be the top because there was way too many females with pretty nipples, and of course, Drax's sensitive nipples.
Oh, my nipple.
I have sensitive nipples. And that was what I wanted to say, and CJ wouldn't let me in the opening.
Could have said pretty nipples.
You're right. All right, Raul.
Okay. I enjoyed this movie a whole lot. The pacing kind of bothered me that it felt kind of rushed, kind of slow.
Yep.
Rushed. I'm going to give this a 9.5 top half.
All right.
Because of nipples, right?
Because I really enjoyed this movie. The freaking video game that they used to control the ships.
all
That
right.
was great.
I'm like, oh wait, they can't kill people. Oh wait, they just threw like 6 Ravengers out the airlock.
Jazz.
All right, so everybody keeps saying this, like, it's just more of the same. Oh, it was cynically made. Oh, it was dude. What were you expecting? Okay, you went in to see a Guardians of the Galaxy movie. You got classic rock juxtaposed against sci-fi action adventure. You got more Drax being over literal. You got more Rocket being, snarky
Rocket.
little snarky man, and you gave all these characters secondary moments. And yeah, there's lots of the same thing, but it's a Guardians movie, okay? That's what you go there to see. So stop whining about it being the same thing. And oh my gosh, and even then they did things that no Marvel movie has done yet. They freaking killed a character, okay? Somebody actually died and stayed dead.
That wasn't,
For now.
somebody's backstory.
Exactly.
No,
main character.
in Avengers,
Yeah, Quicksilver.
Quicksilver dies.
Somebody who was in a previous movie died.
The main character died.
Ooh, shots fired.
And they used the balls to do it, and they did it, and it was really, really good. And they kept, ever since Saturday, like the whole, after I watched it, I was like, did I like it better than the first one? I can't decide. Like, did I like it more? I mean, I definitely liked it as much as, but was it better? I mean, it gave us more of everything that we loved, and it gave us new things. It gave us new locations. It gave us new characters. It expanded the ones we loved. Had an interesting villain, and you know what? It was a freaking perfect movie. I'm giving it 10.
Oh, jeez.
Shots fired.
I feel like a stingy jerk now.
And oh no,
okay.
there's a reason why I went first, my friends. All right, buckle in. I'm gonna Better Call Saul season 3, episode 1. This shit. All right, so everything that Jazz said is correct. However, everything that he said is also a negative on this movie.
Boo.
Well, I wanted more evolution out of this movie. I do not go to a sequel expecting to see the same thing. This is a problem that I had with Rogue One after I've seen it twice, and even Episode 7 after I've seen it several times as well. When you beat that same drum, that same note, it begins to sound
aesthetics
stale.
that they kind of beat the drum on, not story. It wasn't like Episode 7 where they just straight up redid frickin' A New Hope.
Yes,
I love
they
that
evolved the story because it's not 30 years before or 30 years after. If they would have been, I can guarantee it would have just been the same goddamn story. What I'm saying is I expected more out of this. I love the new stuff that we got. Don't get me wrong. I love the new stuff that we got. But man, when we are just hitting that same note over and over again, it just starts to sound a little brown. I'm not going to say I hated it because I freaking loved this. I cannot wait for it to come out. However, my job here is kind of being the film nerd because that's what I do. And the film nerd in me is kind of irritated at some of the record scratch. Remember this is what happened in the first movie. You liked it then, you're going to like it now, right? Record scratch done. 15 minutes later, record scratch. Remember this is what happened in the first movie. You liked it there, right? This is going to happen again. Record scratch done. That happened far too many times. Now, it could be the fact that I just recently rewatched Guardians, so like that's still brand freaking fresh in my head.
Okay,
but
I watched Guardians on a monthly basis.
Only go with what I'm given on this. I'm going to be the lowest score on here, and I'm going to give it only an 8.5.
Only an 8.5. Oh my god!
You monster!
You're
make Baby Groot cry.
Now, CJ, the more important question: top or bottom?
Bottom half, because that booty dough.
But no, and I understand what people are saying, but it didn't bother me, and they did it so well, and I just freaking loved it.
And that puts us at a 9.3 for our average.
I think that's one of our highest.
And though I do have to say the opening thing with the Baby Groot and dancing, ELO is my favorite classic rock band. So that scene just
I felt it carried on for a little bit too long.
No, shut your mouth. God.
Wow.
You keep your dirty mouth and your bad opinions to yourself for that.
It
That
played
was
from
the
top to
cutest
bottom,
opening.
and it was glorious.
Can we just appreciate the fact that the first thing the big bad Ravagers do when finding Baby Groot is play dress up with him?
Yes! What do I do with the plant? Keep it. It's cute.
It's cute. He'll be our mascot.
It's so adorable when he gets riled up.
And just watching him.
I still want to know whose toe that was.
Right?
Keep the eyeball.
Please
so you have like an ice chest filled with toes somewhere?
Yeah, no, that was good. Like I said, the stuff. I mean, that the new stuff I loved. But
yeah, Baby Groot. Like that should have been dumb. It should have been so dumb, but
like I said,
it's amazing.
We kind of glossed over it. I hated his stupidity in this. Hated the fact that he was stupid.
Well, yeah,
But he
know how you
wasn't
feel about
stupid. He was a baby.
He was played as stupid.
No, he's just a
CJ,
baby.
look at your son.
He's basically like 2 years old. Come on.
I don't.
Aaron, go get the big red thing off the table. What?
I don't care. I don't like that when I'm. It's too real. Too real. I don't watch movies for freaking realism. And realism being my
Okay,
son.
I'm sorry that your living tree man was too real for you.
Yes.
He wasn't real enough. He was too real.
Yes.
Living tree
CJ,
child, please.
You are
Uncanny tree.
contradicting yourself.
Uncanny Tree Valley.
Let's just talk about Baby Groot being too real for a moment. When he started to cry when Ego was crushing in on him, that broke my goddamn heart.
Yeah, that was
F you, Ego.
and that was the hey, he's evil. Remember, this is how we're gonna prove that he's evil. It's because of Baby. Yeah.
He wants to kill everything in the galaxy.
That isn't him.
So wait, we're
Hey,
gonna
Rachel,
save the galaxy.
do the
again?
wrap up for me here because I have to put some stuff in the show notes because I'm the only one who does these.
I'm doing something. I'm doing something important.
While she's doing that, I'll just point out that I'm really happy that it passes the Bechdel-Wallace test. Yay, the end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
more than one.
Probably
And for those who don't know what that is, it's more than one woman on screen at one time having a conversation not about men.
Yay,
Shut
baby
your
Groot.
mouth. You shut your mouth, CJ. I am mad at you.
8.5, you monster. All right.
See?
Well,
Angry Groot.
you
Angry
can
Groot
hear
is
the
angry.
show live Thursdays at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, and Friday at 12 p.m. Australia time in the future space world. Just tune in at geek-io.net/live or tune in.alphageekradio.com. We're on channel 1. You can watch us on diamondclub.tv and the Twitch channel, Geek IO show, and all of those different things. You can find us somewhere. It's easy. And you can get a hold of us at geekioshow@gmail.com, twitter.com/geekioshow, facebook.com/geekioshow. You see the pattern there? You following the pattern? Geek Hotline, you can call us on the phone and leave a voicemail at 727-489-4335. That's 727-489-GEEK. And of course, head over to patreon.com/geekio and you can support us there. Get in the Slack network with us. Tell us we're dumb. Tell CJ he needs to shut his dirty mouth about ELO and there's a master feed. So much more.
Baby Groot's better than he will ever be.
I mean, I'm not the hugest fan of ELO in general, so.
Oh god.
And that's how CJ lost the network.
Sorry.
I mean, all right. So no, you make a joke, but
network
Jazz and I
really-
agree on literally like 99% of everything. There's
we
just
agree on a lot. And
Wait,
then
there's-
there's like these times where we just are polar opposites on things. Like Twin Peaks.
yeah, exactly. The worst show ever created.
The greatest show ever created. Actually, I don't think it's the greatest ever, but I do love Twin
Civil War.
I do think that it's the worst show ever created.
See, now we've got the dueling peaks.
So we're
Exactly.
talking back to
Zelda
nipples
jokes.
again?
She was actually trying to make a Zelda joke, but
Yeah, I know.
I caught that.
Okay, your fellow Switch owners got the joke, so
Yes.
that's it.
So CJ,
Yes.
what's going on next
Nice to
week?
meet you.
Next week, we actually, theoretically speaking, Jay Hammond C from Beyond the Playlist will be joining us for reals this time, yo.
For real?
You got pushed because Brian Brushwood. Sorry, Jay. Sorry, Hammond. He was real cool about it. He's like, yeah, it pushed me back for Brian Brushwood as well. So he was real cool about everything.
Sorry, man. You're cool and all. I met you at Dragon Con. You're a cool
Yeah.
guy.
It was a panel with me.
so you're saying we gave Hammond the brush off?
Yes, exactly.
Well played.
So now it is time for
The Summer Movie Smackdown Update.
I have my soundboard back this week.
Hooray!
All right, so
Hooray.
Raul is in first place for a while, you guys. But just remember, he spent a lot of money on this Guardians movie. He is at almost $6 million from it. So good on you. I don't know if that will be enough to carry you the rest of the SmackDown though.
Okay, Baywatch, Captain Underpants, and Rough Night.
Yeah, again, I'm not sure if that's enough to carry you for the rest of the
Rough Night might be a sleeper hit. You never know.
I also think you're underselling the amount of people who are probably going to go see Captain Underpants for the novelty.
I don't know if Guardians is going to be enough to carry the rest of the SmackDown, guys.
Well,
And let's face it, he spent $24 on Captain Underpants.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, never mind.
Yeah. $1 for every
Like,
person who's gonna
here's
go see
here's a thought for you. For the Emoji Movie, I only spent $14.
For the Emoji Movie, she spent $14.
That's
Why
For
do you hate
Planet of the
yourself so
Apes,
much?
I only spent
Sounds a little high.
$14.
Why do you hate yourself so much?
For the house, I spent 12.
Yeah, well,
Why do you hate yourself so much?
Hey, Patrick Stewart's playing the
Because
poop
I still spent
emoji,
less than
so
Raoul
who knows?
on anything.
Sir
I-
Patrick Stewart.
I love the fact that Patrick Stewart is playing the poop emoji, though. I'll give it that.
Sir
Sir
Patrick
Patrick Stewart. Sorry.
is playing.
What the hell? How is it that The Circle barely made me $1 million?
Because that movie shut
don't know.
Because you spent like nothing on it.
It's The Founder all over again.
It really is. Like, this is not the
It
season.
shat the
for-
bed like a Digimon.
It's not exactly, Rachel. It's not that. It's not the season for sleeper Oscar bait movies, which this kind of would have done better. Probably released in like mid-December when Oscar movies were trying to be released, but it got released the week before Guardians of the Galaxy came out,
And then
and you spent $14 fucking on it.
and got like 12% on RT.
17.
Coming
Oh,
up
it bumped up to
next
17.
week.
Good for them.
Well, no, not next week. Coming up this weekend is Snatched and King Arthur: Legend of the Sword.
I'm actually, I really want to see King Arthur. Like, seeing a freaking Guy Ritchie King Arthur movie, I am so stoked to see that movie.
Whew, man, King Arthur, 23%.
Yeah.
So here's a thought
Snatched.
for you. I
Snatched
do not
37.
have another movie until the last week of June.
Yeah. Rachel's going to be plummeting real quick on this. And not,
I'm going to be sitting in like last place for a while.
I mean, my first movie's Wonder Woman, so that was going to make or break mine as well, Raul. So
Okay.
don't feel too bad.
I think King Arthur's going to get big just because of Charlie Hunnam.
I mean, I actually
Women
like.
love him. They
All
love
joking
him.
aside, I really
Yeah,
want
It's
to.
kind of hot.
Like, I love Guy Ritchie movies, and I really want to go see King Arthur. Yeah, Dale's got a couple of possible sleeper movies coming up here with King Arthur and Diary of a Wimpy Kid. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, like I said, my first movie's not until freaking June with Wonder Woman, so I'm out of this. I'm just in snarky poop flinging mode until that comes up, and then depending on how well that does, then yeah.
Yeah, because you've got June
We shall see.
2nd and June 9th. And then
Yeah.
June 23rd.
Yeah, I got The Mummy for $10, which I still think is going to be a huge money maker for $10.
And then I don't have anything
Yeah.
until June 30th.
For $10, I think The Mummy is going to make a ton of money for me. Say that, but it's going to make some money, especially for $10. I think Josh is really excited to see this movie.
No,
Sounds like it.
no, I'm not.
Next brand review, The Mummy.
I
Oh.
mean,
Oh, wait.
if it was
Is that
Brendan Fraser
freaking
again,
Tom
maybe.
Cruise in it?
Yes, this is
Yep.
Tom Cruise rebooting The Mummy
Why?
because Scientology, y'all.
Tom Cruise needs a paycheck.
And Universal
Because they won't let him redo Risky Business.
Classic monsters.
Also, yeah,
Or
like
Top
I
Gun.
said, they need to.
Okay, now I'm actually going to watch the
Universal-
trailer. Hold up.
Universal needs to keep its licensing for classic monsters. So there's like
Dracula Untold. Some Frankenstein movie.
Can we get a Frankenstein movie with the Frankenstein from like Van Helsing?
I mean, I Frankenstein was a good movie, like a good bad movie. Correction, don't get me wrong, not good like real good, but good bad movie.
Just a fun one.
It was real fun. Like it was a lot of fun.
Deliciously
Like Van
campy.
Yes, it was very much so deliciously campy. Kind of like the last Van Helsing movie. So I mean, you don't watch those for good movies. You watch those because they are schlock.
I will say probably my favorite thing to come out of the Van Helsing movies is the outtake with Dracula announcing Van Helsing to the crowded vampire ball thing that was going on, except in the actual outtake, it's just him in an empty hall. And he's like, ladies and gentlemen, I give you Van Halen. It's just like, yes. That joke makes my heart happy.
Yeah.
Where's the Van Halen in Guardians? Come on.
The first one was what? 70s, 80s? Or all 80s?
All 80s. This dipped into the 70s and 60s.
To be fair, though, he's got that Zune now. The possibilities
Yeah,
are
He does have the
almost endless. Over 300 songs.
So does that mean that he's going
300.
is he going to go chasing waterfalls?
He might.
I hope not. God, I
What the?
I couldn't find any that.
Series chasing waterfalls.
All right, Raul. What happened this week on the Geek IO show? Now that I'm done typing this information in.
Yeah, you liked how we killed time, though, didn't you? You're welcome.
Yeah, I appreciate it greatly.
Filibuster, filibuster, filibuster.
Oh, this week on the Geek IO show. Why the hell did this close? Okay, all right, right here.
Because you hit Control W on the tab.
Small Screen Spoiler Show is off this week because of illness. How It Stacks, the real Ghostbusters. Gamer Geeks talks Death of the NES, Pro Genjis, Switch Numbers, Sexy Attila, the Hun. What? Attila Hun. Oh yeah, I remember now. And of course, Persona.
Always Persona. Gamer Geeks the last few weeks has become the Persona cast and also Weeb Geeks, as we started calling it, because we start getting on random anime tangents.
Oh, I've got one random anime tangent right here.
Wrong show. Save that for Sunday.
No. Have you ever seen Ghost Stories?
I have not.
Yeah. It's an official dub because
that one that the company's just like, you know what? Fuck it, just do whatever you want to with it. The guy's like,
yes,
hey, watch out for that. He's running really fast. There must be a black guy after him or something like that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I've seen the memes on it on Facebook and Reddit. So yeah.
I started on episode 6 and it was amazing.
0 Fs. They seriously give 0 Fs. I'm not joking. That's one of the lines. It's like, hey, he's running super fast. There must be a black guy after him.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they
That's
don't
racist.
stop. They don't stop giving up until like maybe episode 3 or 4, I think.
Oh, they actually get kind of serious at 3 or 4.
Well, no. They like keep it like a good. They try. They're trying the first few episodes, and then they just like, okay, we're just gonna do whatever now.
Yeah,
like,
the story
I
behind
was making jokes about it that they were already saying them in the next sentence.
It's the story of it is basically like the company in Japan went under and like somebody, like a person, I think it was, bought the dub rights for it in America for pennies on the dollar and just started putting whatever the hell they wanted to into it.
Oh, internet.
Yeah, and I'm not joking with that. It's like I think it was just some dude bought it for like 50 cents and just started writing whatever the hell he wanted to with it.
It's an official abridged series.
Yeah, basically the official dub is the abridged version of it.
Yeah, the abridged
So that
version would
means-
probably be the actual.
Yeah, so basically Team 4-Star has to take it and make something serious out of it.
Yes.
Yeah, right. This is a fan-made parody. The parody just means that it's really real. It's actual ghost stories. All right, so that be our show, you guys. We do have some show titles, though. Who wants to read them?
I think one of the new people should read it.
Carrie.
Sure. So we've got Butt Kicker Seats, Zune in Space, Thor: The Lost World, for a Guardians of the Galaxy episode, of course. Big Head, Little Arms, There's a Lizard in Our House, featuring Jeff the Lizard, Technicolor Fire, Dat Intimate Interdimensional Slugdo, Dairy Queen / Town Hall, Bautistics dummy. That's authentic. Hate, loathe, and detest Howard the Duck. Drax. Expletive trash panda made me cry. I could sleep on those boobs, too. How many times can we say penis? Gamora's big guns. The sappiest Marvel movie. Pretty nipples. And Persona Cast and Weeb Geeks.
All right, folks. We will see you guys right back here next week. Bye.
Later.
Bye.
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 Oh!
Wrong button.
Or right button.
Been a Geek Media Network production. Copyright 2017.
Birthday button.
You should maybe move those a little farther apart just to be safe.
Probably, or that's going to happen every freaking week.
Which means you're going to leave it exactly where it is.
Yeah, that is exactly what's going to happen. Never like, hey, we should probably change this. I'm like, yeah, I probably should. Next week when I just because I keep when I'm not paying attention, I just kind of keep the soundboard